In the wake of the LA wildfires, North Carolina floods, and other natural disasters we've seen lately, a lot of home buyers and sellers have reached out with a serious question. What happens to my home if I'm under contract and it's damaged during a natural disaster? No matter where you live, this is a real concern for many people these days. That's why I want to take just a little bit of time today and explore what steps you can take to make sure you're protected in case of an emergency. So number one, look at the contract. When you're under contract, whether you're the buyer or the seller, your contract likely includes something called a force majeure clause or a casualty loss provision. This protects both parties in the event of unforeseen circumstances like natural disasters. For example, if a property is damaged or destroyed while under contract, most contracts will give the buyer and seller options for how to proceed, and it's crucial to understand the specifics of your contract. The buyer may have the option to terminate the contract and get their earnest money back, or they may have the right to negotiate repairs or a reduction in the property price if the property is still salvageable. The first thing you should always do is contact your real estate agent and ask them how to proceed. Number two, assess the damage. If a property is damaged while under contract, the next thing you'll need to do is assess the damage and see how bad it is. If the property is still standing but has significant damage, like in fire, flooding, or wind damage, it's important to know the extent and if the seller is still responsible for making sure the home is in the same condition as when the contract was signed, or if the damage is so severe that the house is considered a total loss. In case of significant damage, the buyer may have the option to walk away or may be entitled to an adjustment to the purchase price depending on the severity and the contract details. Buyers may also request that repairs be done prior to closing or that a specific amount be taken off the price to account for the damage. And number three, check with insurance. If the home is covered by home insurance, and it should be, the policy likely will help cover the cost of repairs of rebuilding. However, the seller may still need to take steps to file a claim and begin the repair process, and these things can delay the closing process. It's also important for buyers to understand how an insurance claim can affect their financing. Lenders usually require that the home be in good condition before they finalize the loan. If repairs are needed, the lender sometimes may delay closing until all the repairs are completed and everything is resolved. If you find yourself in this situation, whether you're buying or selling, I can't emphasize enough how important it is to communicate early and often with your real estate agent, your lender, your insurance company, and the other party involved. Together, they'll navigate the next steps, whether that's adjusting the contract price, extending the closing date, or even negotiating new terms that make sense for everyone. This can be a really stressful situation, and you may be faced with a lot of unknowns. But remember, there are always options, and you don't have to go through this alone. Your real estate team is here to guide you through all the decisions that you will have to make. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm always here to help, and it's important that you always feel informed and supported throughout the process. That's it for today. Thanks for tuning in, and stay in touch.